Well, howdy ho, good neighbor. Today we're going back to Kitty Hawk. That's right, where that tragedy happened. I'll do a little prayer. I did one last time. I didn't have the right microphone on, but I brought a little unicorn. So that's what we're going to put on the. Isn't she cute, or he? But that's what we're going to put at this poor memorial. So don't make assumptions, you know. I made assumptions that this was something it wasn't, and it was a pipe fitter. That's right, I could have worked with this guy, but he was a welder and worked at a, what do you call that? A refinery. But here we are, right at Kitty Hawk. And I'm gonna take you off of the selfie stick so that it doesn't look so documentary. I think I'll do that. So as you can hear, it is a quiet neighborhood here, and you just can't imagine what was going through that guy's head. But here we are. Looks like there's just a normal day here. Let's see, we're at Kitty Hawk and Francis, and let's go see the memorial for these poor people that you can see that the flowers have been added, and it is getting bigger by the day. And you can see someone's paying their respects right now, crossing their heart. So you don't really want to disturb anybody that's praying. Somebody's talking to them right there. So let's put the camera away and do a quick respects and put this little guy where it goes. So it looks like, from what I heard on the news, that is the guy's work truck. So everything's the same. I'm gonna go put this little guy. Oh my goodness, there's a picture of the little guy. Wow. So that's the boy who died right there. All right, here you go, little buddy. Where are you gonna go? Right there, how about that? It says, William, sending you our thoughts and prayers. And somebody made a little, and there's William. What a cutie. God bless you, William. Wow, so sad. It's just too sad for words, but I'll do a little prayer, take the camera off, and really feel bad for these people. I guess this might be her car too. I don't know. That car wasn't there before. All right, let's say a prayer. Okay, here's a good picture of the whole family. That's the family that was taken, and I think that's the little boy that was taken. All right. Let's go turn the camera off. More people are coming. Okay, one last little shot of this little angel. I just can't believe it. That's the guy's truck that he used to take every day to work. And those guys said that they couldn't believe it. So I don't know why this happens. But yeah, here's some people paying their respects. Like I said, a quiet neighborhood, really quiet, and just sad all the way around. None of these people deserve this. None of these people deserve it, and they don't deserve all these people like me coming to film their neighborhood. But yeah, that's what's happening here today. So the father-in-law supposedly got shot, ran there, and ran over to the neighbor's house and died on his porch. So the neighbor had to clean up all the blood. So anyway, that's what happens when someone dies in your neighborhood. People drive around, come by and take pictures. Well, I'll leave this one alone, but that's where the father-in-law died. That's where the kid, the mom-in-law, and the wife died. All from some coward that wouldn't even take his own life. Yeah. I feel sorry for the neighbors. Everybody's going through trauma here. All these people are traumatized. As far as you can see, trauma, trauma, trauma. Even the people aren't even affected. The people that make these videos, yeah. I don't know how to feel about this stuff. You know, I like making YouTube videos of good stuff. I don't know how this affects me. So anyway, let's get in the car and finish this video. Or we can just keep walking and talking, I guess. I know people don't like to be filmed, but we're just doing a little walk and talk. Now, why in the world would a pipe fitter go to work and then come home early? Now, the guy was in his 50s and he was living with his in-laws. So everybody's going to the beach. It's a hot day in the bay. So when it's hot, everybody goes to the beach. They don't even know that a tragedy has occurred here. Well, I don't know what to think about that tragedy myself. Like I said, I don't even like making videos of this stuff, but it has to be seen, I guess. Or does it? I don't know. Maybe that's what's wrong with the world, is we're seeing too much of this stuff. All right, well, I said my prayers, and I'll continue to say them for that family. Boy, do they need them. What's left of it. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and I'll continue to let you know what's going on. This story's not over. Poor lost dog. Yep, just that's life for you. Lost life, lost dogs, lost. That's why we got to appreciate it while we're here. Yeah, nowadays they got the electric vehicles all over, the electric delivery Amazons. So, all right, well, let's end this video right here in this quiet, somebody called it a Brady Bunch neighborhood. And I agree, it's pretty much a Brady Bunch neighborhood, don't you think? Looks like the Bradys could live here. All right. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these tragedy adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. I don't even know how to end these. Just be grateful for life. Okay, I'm driving away from the house, and you can see that this is what's happening in this neighborhood. People are coming by and saying their prayers. Sad, sad, sad. Postscript over.
Police say a man went on a rampage last night, shooting and killing his wife, his 6-year-old son, and the in-laws. KTVU's Crystal Bailey, live tonight in Alameda after speaking with those who knew the family. Crystal.
Well, this has been a tragedy for everyone here in this small community. People have been coming from all areas here, people who knew them, people who didn't know them, just to leave flowers and tokens behind. And the people who knew the family say that they were warm, friendly, outgoing, and they say there were no red flags and no signs of trouble. It's unbelievable. A multi-generational family dead in a tragic domestic violence situation.
This person's actions were those of a coward.
After a husband and father shot his family. Alameda police say it was 54-year-old Shane Killian. Neighbors say this is a picture from his Facebook account. At around 9 o'clock Wednesday night, police say he fired multiple shots inside the home on Kitty Hawk Road, killing his wife, in-laws, and their older son, a 6-year-old boy. Neighbors remember him fondly.
There's a little boy named William. He's so cute. Like, he just goes around and says, "Hi, how are you?"
A 1-year-old is the lone survivor who was also shot. When police arrived, they say they found the grandfather outside.
We believe that he was injured inside the home or on the property, and then went to his neighbor's house to call for help.
That neighbor left cleaning up the mess.
Unfortunately, the city is not giving us any help at all at cleaning up blood and bloody bandages from my property.
One heartbroken neighbor who does not want to show her face says her children played with their children.
They loved riding their bikes up and down, and they would push the little one in a little push car. How could we have let our own kids play there and not know?
Police say Killian came out of the house and did not resist arrest. Multiple firearms were recovered from the home.
Hopefully they'll find out what was in the suspect's head at the moment and what's potentially caused him to snap.
Officers working tirelessly to gather evidence in the investigation.
They're going to stay focused on making sure that this family receives the justice that they deserve.
Killian was booked at the Santa Rita jail facing multiple charges.
Accused of killing his wife, his in-laws, and his 6-year-old son appeared in court. As Shane Parrish, Killian hears the charges he faces for the first time. We're learning more about that man. NBC Barry's Alyssa Gord joins us live from the courthouse in Oakland. Alyssa, it sounds like a lot of people turned out just to see what happened and to get a look at this man's face.
Well, Jessica, a couple people did turn up today, and the co-workers of Killian, both past and present, were among those in the courtroom today. Now, Killian is a Boilermaker welder, and his colleagues showed up to the courtroom and actually stayed here for most of the day today for the chance to see him here and try and make some sense of what he's accused of doing.
Just an average day, just joking around, hanging out. Just doing regular work type stuff together.
Michael Saxby says he and Shane Parrish Killian are both Boilermaker welders. They'd been working on a crew together for about 3 months at a refinery in Martinez.
He did seem like he had like a very sensitive personality or something. They were like little things went wrong and it sort of ticked him off and he just left.
Coworkers say Killian, seen here in a photo taken on Wednesday, came to work that day and left midday, saying he wasn't feeling well. Saxby said nothing felt off, but noted this was the 3rd time in 3 months that Killian had walked off the job.
I just wanted to see the dude. I wanted to look the guy in the face if possible and, see if I still see him behind the eyes.
Then the news broke. Killian had been arrested after police say he shot and killed his wife, his in-laws, his 6-year-old son, and also critically injured his 1-year-old son. Today, as Killian was set to be arraigned, several of his colleagues waited in the courtroom.
But he did mention some tension between his father-in-law and him. And so we knew about that, but that it wasn't anything that would have led to the actions that happened, as far as we knew.
He was always respectful, usually had a smile on his face, usually joking and kidding. I've seen him angry a few times, but who doesn't?
Killian did appear in court briefly this afternoon. That's when a judge agreed to delay his arraignment. Killian is being represented by the Alameda County Public Defender's Office, and his attorney told us only that once they get the discovery, they will enter a plea of not guilty.
It's difficult. I have grandkids. It's difficult.
We've also obtained sheriff's records from North Carolina showing that in 2011, Killian was charged with reckless driving and assault with a deadly weapon on a government official. Killian's coworkers say the killings have shaken them to their core.
Especially the children. That was the hardest thing between us and the crew, is the kids. It didn't need to be the kids.
As for Killian's 1-year-old son who survived that shooting, Alameda police tell us that he remains in critical condition. Live in Oakland, Alyssa Gord, NBC Bay Area News.
These photographs show Shane Killian being arraigned in an Oakland courthouse Friday afternoon. The 54-year-old Killian is charged with multiple felonies after he allegedly shot and killed his wife, his in-laws, and his 6-year-old son at their house in Alameda Wednesday night. He's also accused of shooting his 1-year-old child, who remains in critical condition. Michael Saxby worked with Killian at the Martinez refinery. Saxby tells me he and some of his colleagues showed up in court Friday afternoon.
We saw him, but he never really looked at us. So he didn't acknowledge that we were there.
Saxby says Killian was at work on Wednesday before the shootings took place. He says while he had a few personality quirks, no one thought he was capable of the things he's alleged to have done.
Nothing really happened on the job that anyone felt was something that would have just set a guy off to make him take off.
Killian does have a criminal past, however. Police records show that back in 2011, he served 60 days in jail for misdemeanor assault on a police officer in North Carolina. The incident involved a gun at a gas station as well as a high-speed chase with speeds up to 125 miles an hour. Assistant Chief Ryan Cunningham works at the police department in the city where that took place.
For any law enforcement agency as a whole, this is a very serious and a dangerous situation.
Cunningham says while he doesn't remember many specific details about Killian, the news of the shootings in Alameda has shocked his department in Murphy, North Carolina.
It's just a tragedy, and you can only hope and pray for the families and the neighbors in that area and the law enforcement that's involved. No matter the amount of training that we've had, doesn't prepare you to respond to an incident like this.
A sense of disbelief also felt by Saxby and his coworkers here in the Bay Area too.
We really didn't believe that what actually happened until we recognized his house and his vehicle, and we started putting two and two together.
A motive for Wednesday night shootings is still unclear. In Alameda, Tim Johns, ABC 7 News.